Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
11.
This is Carson. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the run.
Here's Carson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Here we go. Jared Davis on the tackle. A gain on the play. First down, Vikings.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
This is caught inside the 15. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Washington, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Check. Watch 54. I got you.
Play action now. Prescott. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Fielded at the 20. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On second down now, it's Carson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now this throw caught left side. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Vikings.
Here we go. 180. 12, fellas. Here we go. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Garoppolo. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here we go. 22. You ain't got nothing. Here we go. Kill. Check 3. Tight dog.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
At the Vikings' 41-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott now. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
54. Here we go. He's crossing. 26.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Johnson running right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Throwing. Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Vikings declare first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On second down, it's Carson. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Chris Carson, 78 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. As they fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Dancing to his left. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again.
It's 3rd and goal.
Under. 47, 54.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the left.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Chris Carson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, gun. We got motion. Back up.
On first down, Carson. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
At the 9-yard line.
Here we go. 1, Omaha.
They run it with Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And there's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Black 80! Squeeze, don't. No. 21. Here we go.
They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Prescott off play action. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught inside the 15. A big pickup of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Buying time to his left. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
That's what I do. We're going to 54. Mike 4-2.
To throw again on second down. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down.
Show it up. Show it up. There we go. Kill. Hey, kill.
And again, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion.
Shift. Slam.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And it is good. That cuts the lead now to 11, 24-13 our score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Johnson the intended target, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check 50. 13.
This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Ready? Here we go, 47. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Open man is Galladay, complete.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Prescott yet again. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Carson. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. Chris Carson, 70 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Kill, kill.
On play action, Prescott. Johnson's got it complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Prescott. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
First and 10.
Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On the toss, here's Johnson. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run again with Carson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
It was Galen Harrison on the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
21.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
21. X3, 218, chop it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
Prescott, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Prescott down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
4th down, Prescott. He'll get this one to Galladay. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, 46. Check, 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 check. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Right, here we go, here we go. Like 80! Drop deep, drop deep.
Here's Madison running on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready? Right here, right here. Say. 2. 44, Mike. 44. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. You draw quarter. Check 24, check 24.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Switch it. Lock.
They run from the shotgun with Washington. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because...
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Deebo Samuel. 78 yards. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
The Vikings take over first down and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! 65. Greystone, travel. Give me that ball, defense. 11.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Watch it slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Here we go. 180! 6! Pilot, 64, weak.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo going deep for Diggs. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Man, I got you.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.